So, thank you for joining us today. Today is day one of week one, and by your being here, let's not only me know, but it lets yourself know that you're serious about changing your life and doing better for yourself. By not only changing your life, but doing the work that is going to inquire you to do. So, what is the purpose of this course, this program? What is this course for? Why is this course designed? Why did I design the course? First off, the course is for building leaders who will shape their world and live in their purpose. So, are you a leader? I know you might say to yourself, yes, I am a leader. The only way you're going to know that you're a leader is if you finish this course and you finish it without making excuses to not do it. See, most leaders, pretty much all leaders, know that there are going to be difficult times, hard times, and nothing worth having is easy to come by. You must put in the work, because when you put in the work, you appreciate the reward. Now, I want to go ahead and tell you what today is going to bring, but I want you to relax. Today is a relaxing day. You're not really going to do much today. All you're going to do is just open up your mind. You need to open up your mind of understanding. All the things that you heard about growing up and that you experienced, let that go. And what I mean by let it go is just today is not the day to ponder on it. What today is just that time where you're going to think and you're going to listen. First, you're going to listen and then you're going to think. So, what qualified me to do this? You probably asked yourself that question. What is qualifying her to do this? What makes her qualified? Well, first off, I was once where you are. I was there. I've been where you are. I'm the type of person that when I learn a lesson, I'm not trying to repeat it. I want to move on from that lesson and keep going. So I have been where you are. I have struggled to figure out what I want to do in life. I have struggled to figure out what my calling was, what my true purpose was. And by the way, the name of this course is Live on Purpose, Discovering Your True Calling in 6 weeks. So this is a 6-week course, but even though it's 6 weeks, you are going to take every single thing that you learn from this and take it and apply it to your life for the rest of your life. So welcome to the very first day of your life as a leader. Okay, no longer a follower. You are a leader. You are going to shape your own world and you're going to live in your own purpose. And back to what I was talking about at first. What qualified me? I was where you were, where you are. I was once where you are. You know, I was told, go to school, graduate, go to college, graduate, get a degree, get a good job. Even though that is wonderful, I'm not taking anything from it, but I did those things and I still wasn't fulfilled. I still was feeling like there was something missing in my life. What was it? Because when I came out of school owing. I had debt. I had to pay student loans, all that. But I got to a point where I felt like I wasted my time going to school because I felt like what I ended up doing didn't require me to go to college, but it helped. But it didn't require college. It required me to have on-the-job training. So where in that did I miss the mark? That's what I said to myself. But I prayed. I asked God to help me figure out what I'm supposed to do and to teach me how to do it, get me to a place where I can be living in my purpose. And what is my purpose? So I was there. I was where you were, where you are, and where you were. And I say were because you're no longer going to be there when you finish this course. You're going to be on a whole new journey. So I like to speak things into existence. And that's what I'm doing when I say were. Okay? So week 1 is understanding conformity and renewal. So day 1 and day 2 is going to be introduction to conformity. Let me get something to drink. My throat is kind of itchy. So, what you're going to need for week 1, you're going to need 1 notebook. On the cover, you're going to write week 1, understanding conformity and renewal. This will be the notebook that you're going to use for the first week. So every notebook that you have is going to be for a different week. So do not use week 1 for week 2. Totally different, okay? And the reason for that is because you need to be organized. Every good leader is organized. Every good leader knows where everything is at without having to dig through chaos to get it. Even though chaos is all around us, but every good leader knows how to stay organized, even through chaos. So you want to stay organized. Day 1, today's assignment, you will be opening up your mind to get you to thinking. So make sure you have your mind open and you're not judging or doubting. Just open your mind to just listen to what you're about to hear and then see what you can do with it. What is conformity? Conformity refers to the tendency of individuals to adjust their attitudes, beliefs, and behavior to align with those of a majority group or with social norms, expectations, and standards. It involves changing one's thoughts, opinions, or actions in response to perceived pressure from others, even if that pressure is implicit rather than explicit. There are several types of conformity. Number 1, compliance. This occurs when individuals outwardly conform to social norms or group expectations without necessarily changing their internal beliefs or attitudes. Compliance often stems from a desire to fit in, gain approval, or avoid conflict. Number 2, identification. In this form of conformity, individuals adapt to attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors of a particular group or social identity to establish a sense of belonging or affliction. They may temporarily conform to the group's norms while in the presence of that group. Number 3, internalization. Internalization occurs when individuals gradually accept and integrate the beliefs, values, or norms of a group or social or society into their own identity. In this case, conformity becomes a reflection of personal conviction rather than mere social pressure. Conformity can be influenced by varietal factors, including the size, uniformity of the group or majority group, the you gotta excuse me, my mind went blank and I'm just looking at the page. The presence of dissenting voices, cultural norms, societal factors, and individual differences in personality and self-esteem. While conformity can serve adaptive functions by social coercion, like forcing you to do something, or cooperation, it can also have negative consequences such as stifling your creativity, suppressing dissent, or perpetuating injustice, social norm. Additionally, excessive conformity may lead to a loss of individual autonomy and authenticity. Though understanding the dynamics of conformity is essential for navigating social interaction or promoting healthy individual and collective well-being, when resisting conformity, it can be a challenging but rewarding endeavor that allows you to maintain your authenticity, autonomy, and independence of thought. Here are several strategies you can employ to resist conformity. So this is the things that you can do if you want to resist the conformity of being like everybody else. Number one, develop self-awareness. Cultivate self-awareness by reflecting on your values, beliefs, and motivation. Understand what truly matters to you and why they matter. So you can recognize when internal pressures are tempting you to conform against your own principles. Number two, question assumptions. Challenge assumptions and norms that you encounter in society or within groups. Ask critical questions and seek evidence or reasoning behind societal expectations or group norms rather than blindly accepting them. Number three, strengthen individuality. Embrace your individuality and uniqueness. Remember, no two people are alike. Celebrate your differences and recognize that diversity of thought and expression enriches society. Avoid comparing yourself to others and resist the pressure to conform to unrealistic standards. Number four, cultivate confidence. Build self-confidence and self-esteem to withstand social pressure. So you want to build self-confidence and you want to build self-esteem to withstand social pressure. Trust in your own judgment and abilities and be willing to assert your opinions and beliefs even in the face of opposition. Number 5, seek diverse perspective. Expose yourself to diverse perspective, cultures, and ideas. Engage with individuals who hold different viewpoints and learn from their experiences. This broadens your understanding and it will help you to resist the influence of narrow-minded conformity. Number 6, practice critical thinking. Develop critical thinking skills to elevate information, arguments, and social norms critically. Analyze the veracity and implication of different viewpoints, and be willing to challenge or revise your own beliefs based on evidence and reasoning. Number 7, find supportive communities. Surround yourself with supportive communities or individuals who respect and encourage your authenticity. Seek out environments where diversity of thought is valued and where you feel free to express yourself without fear of judgment or rejection. Number 8, set boundaries. Establish personal boundaries and assertively communicate them with others. Be clear about your values, preference, and limits. Don't be afraid to insert yourself when those boundaries are being challenged. Number 9, lead by example. Lead by example and demonstrate authenticity, integrity, and courage in your actions by staying true to yourself and refusing to compromise your values. You will inspire others to do the same. Number 10, embrace non-conformity. Embrace non-conformity. Embrace non-conformity as a source of creativity, innovation, and positive change. Recognize that challenging the status quo can lead to new ideas, perspective, and solutions that benefit you and society as a whole. By incorporating these strategies into your life, you will learn to resist conformity and cultivate a greater sense of authenticity, autonomy, and freedom of thought. So, today's assignment is for you to think about what was just said. If you can't remember, then replay this video over and over again until it resonates with you. In certain words that you don't understand, look them up in a dictionary, Google it or something like that, and get a clear understanding of what those words mean. So what you want to do is to find out where you fit in. Which is you? Are you number 1, 2, or 3? Of conformity. Are you compliance? Are you identification? Or are you internalization? Which one are you? And either one of those still are not good. So let me just give you an example. So number 1 is compliance. And as you know, compliance is for those who don't want to get into confrontation with people, so they just go with the flow just because that's what's going on for the moment. That's not who they really are, but they just go on with it because they don't want to get into any arguments or debates with somebody. So they just go with the flow, even though they don't really agree with it. Is that you? Do you do that? Or number two, identification. So identification is when you're trying to adapt what you see other people do. You conforming to what you see. So you got other people who might, like children, matter of fact, good example. So you got children who mimic their parents. You know, they don't really know about conformity. They just know that they see something that their parents do and they end up trying it. You know, so I caught my son trying to shave. He's 10 years old, and I was like, "What are you doing?" He had a razor, and he's like, "I want to shave." Why? Because pops shave. Oh, because your dad shaves, so you want to shave too. So that's what I'm talking about, conformity. I mean, identification. You're trying to figure out who you are. Okay, then you got or maybe you are internalization. So the internalization is worse than the other two. The reason why, because you are literally changing your true nature to be something that you are completely not. Be careful with that. You are adapting someone else's viewpoints, someone else's values, and that's not who you are. You just going with it because someone told you you're supposed to. So if you're any of those three, this is when you need to reflect on changing that and going against that. So this is day one. All day today, you have to focus on which one of the three are you and how can you go against it. I told you how you can go against it. And so try to see how you can start incorporating that whenever you are faced with a conformity situation. Thank you. Day two is tomorrow.